welcome. Thank you, family and friends, for joining me at Maria Loves to Talk. You guys, I am so ready for Christmas, and I am so ready for Christmas to be over. I can't believe it. Sexual violence against the transgender and gender non-conforming community in 2022. This is from 2022, and I think they've listed 35 or 32 women. Keisha Chanel Getter, looks like Jeter, I'm thinking the baseball player, Derek Jeter. So this is her name, Jeter. A 26-year-old black transgender woman was traveling with a friend when she was fatally shot in Augusta, Georgia on July the 20th outside a motel. Initial reports from local media misgender Keisha Chanel Jeter lived her truth. Tori Cooper, the Director of Community Engagement for Transgender Justice. She should still be alive today to embrace those who she loved and continued. I don't know what happened. Kitty Monroe, black trans woman, was a beloved friend and loving mom to 4 small dogs. Okay, she was deleted in Memphis and Cordova, outside Memphis and Cordova, Tennessee, July the 29th. Charlemagne Giselle Marie, 27, born in Gulfport and attended Gulfport High School. She worked as a personal care assistant and as a certified nursing for 4 years. She was deleted in Gulfport, Mississippi, June the 21st. On social media, her family and friends remember her as a loving, fun, genuine person. Pretty sure was toxic masculinity involved. Brazil Johnson, passionate LGBTQ activist, daughter, chef. In an interview with CBS 58 News, the mother of Brazil Johnson, Bernita Gildart, said her daughter was a passionate chef and that the kitchen was haven for her. She was deleted in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, June 15th. Sasha Mason, a 45-year-old Latina transgender from a large family. She was a beloved family member and friend to many. On social media, Sasha's friends and family remember her as a sweet, kind person. They're not giving no information here. Shankika Ella Dior Hemingway was known for her smile as bright as her future, according to news. She was born and raised in Guilderland, New York, and was close to her mom and cousins. Okay, she graduated from Albany High School and studied Hudson Valley Community College. She turned 30 at the beginning of May. Just so many bright, promising people's lives who have been cut short over toxic masculinity, males most likely. Nadra Sequence Morris, 50-year-old black transgender woman, was a strong, feisty, opinionated, and loved talking to her many friends on the phone. On May the 14th, Morris was fatally deleted in Opelika, Florida. Florida. More than 100 people held a vigil. Wow. Ray Muscat, who worked at a grocery store, was described by co-workers as a kind soul, had a glowing smile. On May the 8th, Muscat was deleted, shot and deleted by his girlfriend in Independence Township, Michigan. According to police reporters, Muscat's girlfriend also deleted, oh Lord, y'all, she deleted her boyfriend, her brother, and her body was found the next day. She died from self-inflicted. She was bad to the bone. She was a bad old person. Fern Feather, who used both she and hers and they and them pronouns, was kind of free spirit. The 29-year-old trans woman was known to bring joy to everyone around her. Fern was deleted in Morristown, Vermont, April the 12th. Ariana Mitchell, a black trans girl, is recalled by her family as truly unique, funny, and loved by everyone. She was deleted April the 2nd, Hampton, Virginia. Mia Love Parker, 25-year-old, fatally shot in Chester, Pennsylvania. She was a bright light in many lives. Fan of Pose. Kenyatta Keisha Webster, a black transgender woman, found Jackson, Mississippi on Saturday, March the 26th. She had just turned 24 in February. Just turned 24. Golly. Catherine Katie Newhouse, a 19-year-old Asian American neurodivergent transgender woman, was an Illinois native who had a passion for hiking and sightseeing. On March the 19th, she was deleted by her father in Georgia before he deleted himself. Wow, what in the world went? Tatiana LaBelle, 33-year-old black transgender Chicago native. She was a fan of Mariah Carey. Patti LaBelle on March the 18th. On March the 18th, LaBelle was found in Chicago, deleted. Although details are currently unclear, her death has been ruled a homicide. Paloma Vasquez, a Latina transgender woman living in Houston, Texas, was a member of the organization Latina de Trans de Texas. She was fatally shot February 2022. Okay, they're not saying what happened here. Matthew Angelo Spampanato, wow. A 21-year-old white trans man was a victim of hit-and-run car crash in Newcastle, Delaware, February the 8th. Spamanto worked as a barista at Starbucks and was described as bright and kind by employees. Naomi Skinner, 25-year-old, described as a friend, very outstanding person. Her sister said Naomi lived a fabulous life. Naomi was fatally shot by her boyfriend, deleted. February the 12th, Detroit, Highland Park, Michigan. Cypress Ramos, 21-year-old Latina trans, loved her local LGBTQ community in Lubbock. She was found wounded February the 13th. Duval Princess was just beginning to live her authentic self. She was found in Jacksonville, Florida. I'm not saying what happened, just saying she was a sweet, genuine person. Wow. No telling. It's just so much you can't keep up. I don't know. The police needs all our help. So they need all the psychics on board, all the mediums on board. Everybody needs to be on board with this crime that we've got going on here. Here are the last some Anne-Marie Lay, she, her, hers. A young black transgender woman, graduated from Woodland Hills High School. She just graduated from high school. Wilkinburg, a border in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. She was a dancer and beloved coach for the Lady Diamonds, a hip-hop and majorette dance team. Prayers and love and support goes out to their family and friends. And if these people, these goons that did these things have not been caught, let them be caught. B-E-N-I-N, okay? Police accused of violently attacking transgender woman. Beninese authorities must launch a prompt, impartial, and independent investigation to a violent attack against a transgender woman by police officers, Amnesty International said. This happened on February the 4th. Instead of helping her, police officers beat Nadia with sticks and machetes, stripped her naked, and photographed her. Wow. That's cold. Okay, so here they're saying, this, of course, happened in Africa. Nadia filed a complaint against the aggressors and the police officers of the Pahu police station for intentional assault and battery, theft, and indecent exposure. Okay. In the complaint, Nadia, 22, accused motorbike taxi drivers and residents of her neighborhood of beating, stripping, robbing, and photographing her after they accused her and 3 of her transgender friends of theft to see what sex I really am. Wow. They're cold in Africa. They are cold. So then they say this is not the first time Amnesty International has documented transphobic violence in Benin. Last April, 3 transgender women were forced to undress before beaten and robbed by a group of men in a bar. The attackers filmed the attack and shared videos on social media. That's what's so bad with social media, because now it's used just like if a person was to use an instrument. People are using social media, they're using their phones, they're using the computers to attack and violate other people. Belfast trans woman endured 6 years of soul-destroying attacks. This is from BBC News. Okay, so here, Jennifer says she never knows when the attacks will begin or end. A transgender woman from Belfast has said she's considering locating due to 6 years of attacks on her home. It comes to the latest police statistics show that reported racist, homophobic, disability, and transphobic motivated hate crimes are at their highest since 2004-2005. Jennifer told BBC the repeated attacks were soul destroying. She said her windows had been broken, things had been thrown at her house, and there had been threats to kill her dog. I just want to be me and go out and have fun, do a bit of shopping, and have a bit of crack. I don't know what that is, C-R-A-I-C. She said she never knew when the attacks would begin or when they would end. If I was her, she need to move, because you living in fear constantly. What's to say they can break in your home and just drag you out or whatever? The abuse could start tomorrow and go on for a week. Then it could stop for months and then start up again and go on for 5 months, she said. Perpetrators, if she was able to give the perpetrators a message, she would ask them to stop. I don't know whether they know about the hurt they're causing, she told the program. Jennifer says she had initial hesitations about contacting the police. When it started, from a trans point of view, I was worried they wouldn't do anything. I have come a long way from that, though, and I now report every single incident. Boise woman says transphobia likely triggered her attack at the downtown library. Wow. This is from, this is recent, November the 1st, 2022. So I'm going to move on to this one here. The mid-October arrest of a Boise man accused of assault, including the use of his vehicle as a weapon, garnered plenty of media attention. A short time later, he was also accused of burning a pride flag that had been flying outside a Boise home. First alleged assault was on a transgender woman at her workplace, the Boise Downtown Library. This was the transphobic act, that it was inspired by transphobia, said June Meisner, and we have a big issue with transphobia in our culture right now, and there's a lot of people sort of drumming up more transphobia. This is her. This is Miss Meisner. And this is from the Boise State Republic Radio. She said, well, I was working in the library that day, and we were getting close to shutting up the library for the day. And so I was going around picking up books and pushing in chairs and checking on people and seeing if there's anything that we could do to help. And we were getting to the last few minutes. And somebody that I hadn't met or interacted with before came up to me. I said something like, how can I help you? This person, as soon as he got close enough, he mumbled something quickly about demons and then tried to punch me in the face. I immediately kind of threw my arm up to block it and ended up catching that punch in the elbow. So thankfully, I wasn't badly hurt, and then I kind of ran off. I was running off. This person was shouting You don't belong here. Using the F word. I don't know if you want me to. She's asking him, do you want me to use the word? I think he said, no, don't. So then she goes on and say, but he shouted, you don't belong here. And then the F word. You need to leave here. Next time I see you, I'm going to cut you. So I ran away and then kept my distance from him and let our security staff know what had happened. Then she says, and we follow up with the police. And then a few days later, I heard about some other incidents with the same person and the incident where he tried to run over some other people in Americana. Now, you know, he's crazy. So the reporter's asking her, his name is Prentice, is it your sense that when he said, well, how did you take it when he said, you don't belong here? You don't belong here. So this is what she's saying. I mean, if she said, I mean, it was, I'm 6'4". I'm a very tall transgender woman. I stick out. I think of myself as a very visible transgender person. So when this person approached me and started using those slurs and threatening me, it was pretty apparent right away that's what was going on. I don't know. It's really unfortunate that this is happening. And I don't think trans people should have this happening anywhere. And I don't think that, you know, we should be made to feel uncomfortable or unsafe or unwelcome, especially at a public library. I mean, everybody should feel that they are welcome and safe and secure at a library. I'm going to stop here because I'm just going to interject some words that she just said. I mean, everybody should feel that they are welcome and safe and secure at a library. We can use the same word that everybody should feel welcome, safe, and secure at church, at a movie theater, at the mall, on their job, at the park, at the bowling alley. But unfortunately, people are not dependent on other people who feel, okay, you're a trans woman, or I think you might be trans, and or it could even we can even change it into interracial couples, whether it's black and white or black and Asian or black and Hispanic or white and Asian. I've been seeing people talking about that as well. So again, please send out, I don't have my candle lit, you guys, but prayers, the white light to these families, to these women. And it's Christmas. It's a holiday. Everybody should be nice and sweet and lovey-dovey to each other and just treat each other. I mean, if you just treat each other like Confucius say, do to others as you want others to do to you, we would be A-okay and we wouldn't have all this stuff going on. So, hey, leave me those comments. And again, I ain't going to hesitate to delete it if it's, you know, something just really mean and rude. Believe me. I want y'all to have a happy, healthy not Thanksgiving. I'm still stuck in Thanksgiving. Have a happy, loving Christmas. You and your family. Stay blessed. Eat as much as you want. And we're going to worry about losing that weight after the holiday. So again, thank you.